Well, hello everybody. It's the AFL Yank back here again in time for my tips for round 5 of the 2023 AFL season. And this past round was basically my best round so far this year, as I ended up getting 7 out of 9 tips correct. The two I got wrong were the Tigers and the Swannies. Oh wait, I gotta reload again, but I obviously know Geelong won. So yeah, 7 out of 9 tips correct. It's by far my best round of the season so far. But yeah, Richmond and the Swans costed me a perfect round. Just an absolute bummer. But yeah. So yeah, not a bad round actually for footy. Like I actually did a really good job with these tips. So yep, now it is round 5. It is gather round. All the games are in South Australia. It's going to be really interesting how this round goes and all that. So yeah. So to begin the round, we have the Crows versus Carlton. This game, yeah, there's no doubts about it. I just think Carlton are too good at the moment. I mean, the Crows, they could put up a fight, but I'm just not really feeling hopeful about them at the moment. Like, I think Carlton is just going to have better control of this game, even with the advantage for the Crows being in South Australia. But I mean, anything's possible. The next at Norwood Oval, the first ever AFL game at Norwood Oval, it's Rio versus the It's Rio versus the Gold Coast Suns. Dockers, they ended up losing to the Crows last week, and obviously the Suns also coming off a recent loss as well. They're also in some pretty bad form. So yeah, I think this will potentially be a possible tank bowl with how bad both sides have looked heading into the season. I mean, Freo have been a mess. I'm actually gonna go an upset here, to be honest. I think the Suns can actually defeat Freo with how bad their form is. I'm gonna say Suns win by 5 points. I think it'll be an upset. Then Richmond versus the Swans. Obviously, the McCartan brothers, both of them are injured. Paddy's career might be over. And obviously, there's also plenty of jeopardy in Buddy's career with how bad he looked last week. And honestly, I would be in favor of using more young players. Like I think Angus Sheldrick will definitely be a massive key piece for us in the coming years. But yeah, possible debuts for Aaron Francis and Will Gold next week in front of South Australia. The one thing I am concerned with though is that obviously our form has been really bad in South Australia in recent years. Of course, the last time we won a game at the Adelaide Oval was 3 years ago. Was 3 years ago in round 1 against the Crows, where we won by 3 points. But yeah, even with the young players coming in, I mean, it's worked before. And plus, the Tigers are obviously going to be without Nankervis and Tom Lynch, which is going to be a massive blow for them. So yeah, if the Swans can get things going, I definitely see them winning this round. I'm gonna say Swans win a close one by 9 points. And then Brisbane Lions versus North Melbourne, no question about it. Going Brisbane. The Lions are in way better form than North at the moment. So yeah. Adelaide Hill, the first game at Adelaide Hills, no doubts about it, going Brisbane. Then Essendon versus Melbourne. No, I know Essendon, they've had a decent run as of late, but I just don't think they're as good as the D's. I mean, the D's are just red hot at the moment. No doubts about it, going a D's win here. And I'll say D's by 56 points. Port Adelaide versus the Doggies. This game could go either way, in my opinion, but I just feel like with the advantage, I think Port have the advantage in this game. But it could be a close one, but who knows? I'm gonna go a 15-point margin for that game. And then Geelong versus the Eagles. The Cats have found their touch, and honestly, I'm confident about them keeping it consistent with how red hot they looked against Hawthorn. I'm going to go a 55-point win for the Cats, and it will really help them get back into finals momentum. GWS versus Hawthorn. Yeah, the Hawks are tanking. There's no doubts about it, and I just think GWS are going to be the better side showing up on Sunday. I think I see a 26-point win for GWS. A bright spot for their season, in my opinion. And then finally at Adelaide Oval, it's Collingwood versus St Kilda. The Saints impressing with the recent run under Ross Lyon, but even with that run, I just don't think they're gonna beat a team like the Pies. I just think the Pies, they have the capability of rebounding really well, and there's no doubts about it. I just think Collingwood are gonna really handle this game well. So yeah, that's gonna do it for round 5. Carlton on top of the ladder, D second, St Kilda third, Pies fourth, Swans fifth, Essendon in 6th, Lions 7th, and Port in 8th. And then the Cats 9th, Crows 10th, GWS 11th, Roos 12th, Doggies 13th, Suns 14th, Tigers 15th. Freo 16th, Eagles 17th, and the Hawks in 18th. So yeah, that's going to do it for my tips. I hope you enjoyed. I apologize for my voice being a little bit hoarse again, but yeah, that's the tips. Anyways, this is the AFL Yank signing out. Car and the Swannies. Let's freaking go.